Course walkthrough, MVP Circuit Challenge, Campfire Rose Hills Disc Golf Course. Hole 1 is in the driveway, right next to the porch. This is where you'll register tomorrow. I'll have a desk and everything up there. Hole 1's nice, short, and easy. It's straight. It's going to be behind a pine tree that I'm heading towards. The driveway for all holes is never OB, so the driveway is fine all day. To the left, when you get to the rough, anything beyond the yellow property stakes would be OB. Bring it back onto my property, play it that way. Hole 1 is right there. It's also a shared basket. First basket I ever had, which we made a 3-hole course out of. So after you finish hole 1, you walk down the driveway towards the road. And there'll be a tee area for hole 2, same basket. You can see a yellow property stake right there. I've got the tee pad right next to that. So these dome cones will be our tee pads all day tomorrow. So we'll go between there and right back up to the basket we just played for hole 2. 2 cards will play at a time tomorrow. We'll start one group off on hole 1, one group off on hole 8. So we're gonna play this basket one more time and then we'll get to a different basket. So hole 3 is also gonna use this basket. We're gonna backtrack and then we'll have a little bit more of a flow. So hole 3 tee pad, we're gonna go around the side of the house towards the back and find the dome cones for our tee area. So they are in red here for hole 3. Just swing it around, and that's the look back at to the basket. Hole 4, tee pad is right behind here. They're in orange, and the basket is up on the hill. All of the tall weeds is my property. That's in. Anything in the bean field is out of bounds. Hole 3, hole 2, again, you got those same yellow stakes over there. Anything beyond those yellow stakes is OB. So hole 4, we're just going up the hill, and hole 5's tee area is beyond this hole. You can check distances on UDisc if you do a dry run through the course. I don't have hole distances memorized. Hole 5, I've got purple cones for tomorrow. It is straight. It's behind a pine tree. There's no OB, but if you were to hit the house, garage, propane tank, those are a penalty stroke. If you hit the basketball hoop, no problem. If you land in the cement driveway without hitting anything, no problem. And again, we know the rock driveway is never out of bounds. So hole 5 is hidden behind this pine tree I'm heading to. There is marsh area over here, so you don't want to throw it too far because it's easy to lose discs. The rough is rough out here. Hole 5 is behind this pine tree right there. And then if you turn this way, we're going to go to hole 6. Hole 6 shares the same basket as hole 4. So we come to this little land bridge. Tee box, yellow, orange I guess. And we swing it around and we're going right back up that hill we played on hole 4. So that is 6. When you're done with 6, you're gonna find the garden. Have purple tee pads here. And we're gonna go between the woods and the garden for the tee area. And then we're gonna turn around. That first pine tree is the basket where hole 5 was. There's a second pine tree. This is the longest hole on the course, I believe. And again, you're gonna wanna stay out of the stuff on the right because it's thick, and if it goes too far, it's marshy. But right here is gonna be the basket for 5. And you head to behind this pine tree, and we'll see the basket for 7 in just a moment. And there it is hiding back there. All right, 7, you're gonna turn, here's 5's basket. We're gonna go up on this hill, and we're gonna have a blind shot over the marsh. Tee pads are yellow. Okay. You probably only got to go 40 yards over the marsh. You want to head towards the road, and I'll show you the basket in just a moment. Only OB here is if you go too far and into the road or beyond it. The tall weeds behind the basket is all my property, so the rough is rough, but nothing is OB if you're in the tall stuff here. And the basket is in the corner of the short grass, close to the road. Less than a month ago, there was a nice tall tree over that marsh that fell down, so there's one less obstacle to play this hole. So we can see the basket there. If we turn around and look at the house, about where you can see the house is where the tee pad is. So you're coming straight over that marsh to that basket. Hole 9 shares the same basket as 8. It's just gonna follow alongside the road and you're heading for the driveway. Oh, by the way, hole 8, if you are in the ace pool, the first time you play hole 8, there will be a CTP marker for that. Only your first time through, because we're going to play all holes twice. Okay, so the 10 o'clock round, 12 o'clock round, and the 2 o'clock round will do that. And if there's no aces, that person will win half the ace pool. If there's any aces, those people will split the entire ace pool. All right, hole 9 is close to the road, green, driveway's right behind me. Same basket we used for 8. Road is out of bounds, beyond the road is out of bounds. All of my property is in. You don't want to throw too long because it's thick behind the basket. Hole 10, the tee pad is in front of 9's basket almost. And those will be purple cones. If you look back here, you can see the cemetery. The church is back there too. That's where people need to park tomorrow. When we're playing disc golf, there's really not room to park a car safely. All right, so purple tee pads. Basket is gonna be up here and to the left. It's a small green, so you need to have a precise shot to stay out of the roughest of the rough. Because by the time we get to August, it's pretty filled up back here. You can see it's got a very tiny dog leg to the left. And a little bit of an uphill green right there. Hole 11, if you just come down the hill, there is yellow tee pads here. All right, let me find them. There they are. So there's the road. You don't want to go on the road or beyond. That's the only OB. If you can see that tree trunk, there is an opening to the left of it. So you want to throw not past that tree trunk and ideally take a left turn just before it. And it's going to go into this little tiny patch of woods here. So you can see the opening now. And all this is really thick and thorny, so you want to be precise with your shot. Stay in the short grass, stay out of the long grass. So there's 11 I'm walking to right now. I've mowed a path beyond 11, so to get to the 12th hole, you're just going to keep walking past 11. It'll take you to the driveway. With only 2 cards playing, you'll probably run into each other one time where you have to be cautious, maybe twice, so just be aware. But it's not too bad to have 8 people play out here at a time. So here's the driveway. We're just going to follow it all the way to the end, and that will take us to 12's tee pad. And that'll be the last hole, and then you'll play the 12 again. So it'll be a 24-hole tournament tomorrow. So it's going to be just to the left of the garage here as I walk up to the final hole. And I can see the tee pads are orange. The only OB for this hole is the garden. Summer rules out here, so when my garden is planted, the garden is out of bounds. When we play glow out here, or when the garden is not planted, the garden is in bounds. Tomorrow, it is out of bounds. Treat it like water. We'll take it out of there, put it on the correct side. And then the basket is in that back corner of the property. Again, all the stuff to the left is thick. You want to stay out of there. Beyond the hill is the bean field. They don't go in there very often, but if they do, beans are out of bounds. Long grass is in bounds. All right, Kepler at 12 minutes. We'll see everyone tomorrow. If you have any questions, let me know.